The Toyota Hilux is the world's best-selling medium-sized ute or pickup truck. And we've seen all this hullabaloo from Toyota about electrifying it, but there's actually no real plans. It's all just sort of a marketing ploy to lead you down to thinking that Toyota is actually doing it. Now, will Toyota electrify the Hilux? Yeah, absolutely they will. But what they're doing right now is not an electric Hilux. It's just like a hybrid version meant for mines, basically taking an internal combustion engine pickup truck and just taking out the engine and adding a battery pack. It's not really a proper electric truck and it won't be sold to the public. However, there is a Japanese automaker that is properly electrifying a ute or a pickup truck. The Isuzu DMax, which is by far the most popular pickup truck in Thailand and in fact in many other Southeast Asian countries and very popular in Australia and New Zealand, will be fully electric in 2025. It could be the first Japanese electric pickup truck. In fact, it's more than likely that it will be. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sam Evans, and you're watching the Electric Viking. Now, I'll be presenting a keynote speech at the Melbourne Electric Car Show. It's on the 21st of September. If you'd like to come along to the car show, you can get a 5% discount on your ticket. I make no money from this, so you guys can get a cheaper ticket and come and see the best car show in Australia. It's going to be amazing. There's a massive lineup of EVs, electric everything. I'm really excited to see the products that are there. I'm excited to meet as many of you as I possibly can on the day, and I'll hang around afterwards. And if you guys want to grab a coffee, if you're around, if you're coming from Queensland, if you're coming from Sydney, you're coming from anywhere in Melbourne, no matter what the case, really love to see you there. So the link will be in the description below. Isuzu are currently working on an electric pickup truck. Japanese news media have reported this, Nikkei in Asia. Generally, they don't make things up. They're usually the truth, essentially, on stories that are coming out. So not a lot of speculation here. I believe it is actually factual. Nikkei Asia has reported the Electric DMax, as in an all-electric version, not a hybrid version, will actually be released in Norway, of all places, in 2025 before it goes on sale in its US home market of Thailand. So kind of surprising that they are going to release this in Norway first. And Norway's not really a big pickup truck market. In fact, it's one of the smallest pickup truck markets in the developed world. But for whatever reason, maybe it's just a good place to actually get it going. Now, Australians will love this. Australians love the DMax. Kiwis love the DMax. Thais love the DMax. It's considered the most reliable pickup truck by a lot of people. That's why people in Thailand absolutely love it. Obviously, you guys know I've been in Thailand for a while. You see them everywhere. It's the best-selling car in Thailand almost every month of the year by some margin. Now, what I find really interesting about all of this is that Isuzu actually has a joint venture with BYD. I'm not sure if in the future they'll plan to make an electric pickup truck or something. I'd say it's very, very likely that there will be one. However, you might be wondering, thinking to yourself, Isuzu, I've never heard of them. Well, Isuzu are an independent Japanese automaker, and it's one that we don't often talk about. Isuzu is a Japanese multinational automobile manufacturer headquartered in Yokohama in Japan, and its principal activity is the production, marketing and sale of Isuzu commercial vehicles and diesel engines. So yes, it's very much set in manufacturing diesel powered vehicles. So it's a big switch for the company here. And what I find most interesting here is that this is one of the smallest automakers in the world, one of the smallest in Japan, and yet they seem to be taking electrification of pickup trucks more seriously than their Japanese competitors, which in my opinion is really good news. So what else do we know about this pickup truck? Isuzu will reportedly export the new electric model to other European markets and the Middle East. So it's going to be basically Isuzu's global car. It's not just intended for one market, which I think is really good news. The Electric DMax will be the company's first electric ute, of course, and it will be its second electric model after a light-duty truck it announced earlier this year. So they're working on multiple electric vehicles. I hope they succeed. The Electric DMax will reportedly face some significant competition in Thailand from an upcoming electric ute. From Toyota, says some reports. Now, I don't actually think those reports are legitimate. Otherwise, Toyota would have revealed that they were working on an electric pickup truck. Now, does that mean Toyota are not working on an electric pickup truck? Well, Toyota haven't yet actually started building their fully electric vehicle platform for anything yet. So they actually decided that they would build something similar to a Tesla Model Y platform after tearing down the Model Y. They said that that was the best way to affordably make a vehicle. So they don't yet have a fully electric car platform. And they've said that they can't really profit from an EV until they have a fully electric car platform. So that's why I think the media are telling us some stories here until we actually see confirmation that Toyota has begun work on an electric car platform for the Hilux. It doesn't appear to be legitimate, but that might not be the case. Let's wait and see. What are your thoughts? Do you think Toyota will have an electric ute before Isuzu or before BYD? I personally think it's pretty unlikely. Anyhow, incredibly, Isuzu has around half of the ute or pickup truck market in Thailand. It completely dominates it. It's amazing. And in Australia, this ute pickup truck country is very, very much adopting EVs. In fact, they just hit the S-curve adoption line very quickly within the space of the amount of months. In fact, when I was there, when I first arrived, EV sales were not bad. They were a couple of percent. By the time I left, they were at over 6%. And now they're at about 8%. In fact, it looks like by the end of the year, they could hit 15%. And Chinese automakers are planning to dominate the car market in Thailand. It's a pretty big car market there. Not massive like China, but it's a significant enough market that they're taking it seriously. They're sending just thousands of EVs, all different brands from China, planning to basically swamp the market there. It's been dominated completely by Japan. This is another country that the Chinese are saying, yeah, thank you very much, Japan. We'll take that from your hands. Thank you very much. You didn't take electrification seriously. People in Thailand are like, wow, okay, we want these EVs. You've got to keep in mind as well that companies like BYD are selling electric vehicles in Thailand at a very affordable price. They're significantly cheaper than they are in Australia, around 20% on average. So if you're looking at a 20% price reduction on what are already very affordable EVs coming from China, in Australia, the prices in Australia are very, very, very good, massively undercutting European competition. Then reduce that price by 20%. That's what people in Thailand are paying, which is very, very, very impressively value oriented. Now, utes account incredibly for 40% of sales in Thailand, or pickup trucks, I should say, sorry guys. But according to automotive research firm Marklines, EVs have a total share of 8% of the market in July. It's said that that's actually going to be closer to 10% in the month of August. So EV sales have just completely skyrocketed in Thailand. Thailand may be the best example worldwide of how compelling products, once they reach a country, if they're affordably priced, will simply take over. Market disruption at its absolute finest. I think we'll look back at Thailand and say, look what happened in Thailand. What an incredible moment that was, where we can look and say, that's what happens, and that's how fast it can happen. One big winner is BYD. It's building an electric vehicle car plant in Thailand. And of course, it already has 30% EV market share. In fact, BYD with the Atto 3 and probably soon with the Dolphin as well, had the second best-selling car period in Thailand for a few months in a row. It's done incredibly well. When I was there, I saw Atto 3s everywhere. In fact, there were times when I would see like 5 or 6 of them driving in a row. So people are not just buying an Atto 3. What they're doing is their entire family, friends, they're all getting one. I mean, that's how good they think they are for the price. Value equation, amazing. So they're saying, hey, have you seen this Atto 3 BYD? Look at the price. And their friends are like, oh, wow, well, should I get one? And basically they go and buy them in these big groups. It's actually really strange. I've never seen anything like it, but it's pretty cool. So other Chinese automakers, what's going on with them? Well, I took a few taxi rides in MG electric cars. One of them was by this absolutely crazy woman who was an amazingly skilled driver, probably one of the most skilled taxi drivers I've ever seen in my life. She had an MG station wagon, a van, whatever you want to call it, and it was actually really good. And now she said she saved a huge amount of money by running her vehicle as an EV. She said it was a massive cost advantage versus her competition, and she was going to buy another one and hire a driver because she was making so much money driving an EV instead of an internal combustion engine taxi. Other Chinese automakers, SAIC, obviously MG, and Great Wall Motors have opened factories in Thailand as well. Plus, there's about 5 other Chinese automakers sending EVs to Thailand within the next 6 months. We're looking at going from about 2% to possibly 20% by the end of the year. It's truly staggering what's going on in Thailand. Anyhow, this will of course benefit Australians. and people in New Zealand and other people around Southeast Asia who get cars from Thailand. Thailand is one of the biggest hubs for manufacturing internal combustion engine vehicles and then shipping them around Southeast Asia and even around, obviously, Australasia as well. What does that mean, though? If all these Chinese car companies set up factories building EVs in Thailand, right? Right-hand drive car market, Australia right-hand drive. Where else is right-hand drive? New Zealand is right-hand drive. Guess what else is Japan? Japan is right-hand drive. Interesting there. What about the UK is right-hand drive? South Africa is right-hand drive. There's quite a few right-hand drive countries that are really starved for EVs. Basically, China is just going to take those sales very quickly as a result of these moves. Two other utes worth looking at as well. Geely make the Radar. And the Radar is insanely affordably priced. The Radar RD6, I've reviewed that video or talked about that vehicle on a number of occasions in the past. Incredibly affordably priced. You're looking at $25,000 for a Radar pickup truck. It's about the size of a Toyota Hilux. So there's that. There's also the BYD's new electric pickup truck, which will be hybrid. Apparently there'll be a plug-in hybrid version, and then a fully electric version will follow soon after. So there should be a few options for everyone. Now, unfortunately right now, if you want an electric pickup truck in right-hand drive car markets, you don't really have anything that you can buy. Yes, there is an LDV made by SAIC, ET60, it's trash. Sorry guys, it is. It's not very good. And it's extremely expensive. It's $93,000 in Australia. What's that? $60,000 the truck, and it's just a normal internal combustion engine vehicle. They've removed the engine and just stuck a battery underneath. It was like exposed wires, and it's really not an option. So there will be some good options. And that said, LDV and SAIC, they will bring out compelling electric trucks within the next couple of years. They're working on a real one that should be out very soon. So that's good to know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.